The proposed standards and guidance on auditor competence actually note themselves that the ability of a Supreme Audit institution to fulfil its mandate and conduct high-quality, effective audits depends to a large extent on the quality, integrity and competence of its staff. So the competency requirements for auditors, how they're recruited, developed, maintained and assessed are really of fundamental importance to ISSAI. I always like to think of our people as being our key asset. Having these pronouncements will help to ensure that this asset of people is given the appropriate amount of priority by size. From the viewpoint of my own ISSAI here in Australia, we have for a number of years had embedded capability framework for our organisation. What we're currently going through is a process of strategically reviewing our learning pathways and the way we deliver learning. And as part of that, we're ensuring that they're actually better aligned with the capability framework. These standards and guidance fit in really nicely with the large project that we have as a strategic priority. And they've benefited our process through the guidance provided, giving us some thinking points, how we structure our work and for some of the things that we might need to take into consideration. I see the value of these pronouncements for all sides, whether they're setting up new frameworks or revisiting existing frameworks, and it will help size to ensure that appropriate governance and structures surround this important issue of auditor capabilities. The key value comes from the fact that the pronouncements are principle-based. So rather than defining a set of rules that size have to follow, there are certain requirements, but they're able to be tailored to the specific circumstances of an individual size. So whether they're large or small, how much they may be developing or how mature they may be, they're able to determine what their capability framework should look like and what their supporting policies should be. What really struck me was the guidance that go with the standards, which I think are a really great resource for helping size to think through some of the considerations that they need to make if they are setting up structures and policies for the first time, so particularly for a developing site. The guidance is really good. What I really liked about these pronouncements is that they also urge the site to consider the auditor of the future when they're developing competencies and pathways for learning. That will differ among jurisdictions and size, but the auditor of the future needs to be very data literate, able to analyse data. As the world changes and becomes more sort of heavily data-driven, that is something that we need to make sure that everybody has at least a basic level of competency in. Key for me is that data literacy and making sure that we equip our people to be able to be flexible to move from auditing a particular way as times change and the environment changes. That doesn't always just come down to technical competencies. That might mean that people need some non-technical competencies to flex their style to work in new ways. As auditors, we always talk about professional skepticism. So how do you look at something and be skeptical about it? And then as you progress through your career, management and leadership skills become really important. When we're developing capability frameworks, we need to take those non-technical things into mind. Auditing is a people business. You need to talk to people.